Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Kayla and this is a Simple Mommy Life channel. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing by clicking the subscription button below and the notification bell so you may be informed of my future videos. I do all sorts of videos on baby product reviews, cloth diapering, low waist life hacks, and just childcare and mommy stuff. So if you like that kind of content, please consider subscribing and don't forget to check out my other videos. So today I have a really fun video for you guys. We are going to be taking a look at baby bottles. More specifically, the difference between plastic baby bottles and glass baby bottles. So we'll be weighing the pros and cons of each of these kinds of bottles. Okay, so the first kind of baby bottle that we're going to be taking a look at is the more commonly used baby bottle, which is the plastic baby bottle. So some of the pros of using a plastic baby bottle versus a glass bottle is, of course, the plastic baby bottles are more readily available in your local stores and big retail grocers versus the glass bottles. They also tend to be cheaper. They will usually round you between $2 and $5 for one bottle, and you can buy sets like kits of several bottles of different sizes, 4, 5, 8 ounce, etc. that will round you between $30 and $40. So the third pro of using plastic baby bottles versus glass baby bottles is that the plastic bottles tend to be compatible with one another. So different brands, plastic bottles, like the components are interchangeable with each other. And also, just to put it out there, that plastic baby bottles tend to be more compatible to breast pumps than the glass bottles. Of course, another pro is that the plastic baby bottles are not breakable. So you can drop this on the floor 100 times and it will not break. And also that the fact that it's lightweight can help mama too when you're just carrying, when you have your hands full and just need something practical, something, smaller. My cat just walked by the camera. And now for the cons of the plastic bottles. Oof, where do we start? So number one is that plastic baby bottles can be more harmful for your baby since they may contain some harmful chemicals. That is a big one. And although since 2012, the more widely known chemical that was previously found in plastic baby bottles called BPA has been banned from the market and from baby products, including baby bottles. Plastic bottles still contain the chemical called polypropylene, which can change your baby's brain chemistry over time if the baby is exposed to this chemical. And also it contains polycarbonate. So number two is that plastic baby bottles are much harder to keep clean. So plastic, after many months of usage, tends to scratch and create little spaces for bacteria to hide and flourish in. And since plastic is also a little bit more difficult to sterilize, it can be very difficult to get rid of bacteria. And after many months of usage, that bacteria will leak into your baby's milk and into your baby's body. So that is definitely a huge con. And when you are purchasing baby bottles, you just want to have the reassurance that things like this doesn't happen. So the third con, which actually goes hand in hand with the sterilization thing that I just mentioned, is that plastic baby bottles cannot be heated to high temperatures like glass bottles because the plastic will melt, and also because the quality of the plastic, like the chemicals, will degrade into the milk. So they can't be properly sterilized because they do not withstand like high temperatures and boiling temperatures. And number four, and I'm sure this is going to be a big one. Though the plastic baby bottles are cheaper, they do have to be replaced often. I think it's recommended to replace your plastic baby bottles every 4 to 6 months because of the chemicals in the baby bottles. So you're always going to have to buy more and more and more. Lastly, plastic bottles should not be frozen. So if you are storing breast milk, or I'm not even sure if formula can be frozen, but if you are freezing your milk in plastic, is not you're not supposed to. So that's another thing. Like you can't really use these except for feeding, because freezing plastic is pretty harmful. All right, so next we're going to be taking a look at glass baby bottles. So in case it wasn't clear with my whole plastic bottles have chemicals speech, this is my preferred way to feed my baby. I love glass, everything, like everything, including my baby bottles. So, some of the pros of using glass baby bottles versus plastic baby bottles is, of course, um, glass bottles do not contain any harmful chemicals that can possibly leak in your baby's milk. Just having that reassurance, that peace of mind that there are no harmful chemicals in glass baby bottles is all the reason to purchase the glass bottles. Another pro of baby glass bottles is that they can withstand very high temperatures. They also, number three, they also can be sterilized, like truly sterilized, where all of the bacteria can be completely rid of, since there are no places for the bacteria to hide in. Since, I mean, glass doesn't, unless it's cracked, of course, which you shouldn't even be using the bottle in that case. It's very hard to scratch and create those pockets for bacteria to thrive in with glass bottles. Another pro of glass bottles is that they are extremely durable. If you take care of your glass bottles, they can actually last you a lifetime, and you can repurpose your bottles, like reuse your bottles with more than one child. And you don't have to be replacing them every couple of months like the plastic bottles. And finally, the last pro of using glass bottles, I think this is point number 4 or 5, I don't even know, is that glass bottles they taste better. Like the milk, the liquid that is going to be contained in the glass bottles is the pure taste, instead of in plastic bottles, which accumulates odor after many months of usage, and also because the plastic is harder to clean, altering the taste of the milk. So glass is one way to prevent that from happening. All right, and for some of the cons of glass bottles, so they are hard for your baby to hold. If you have your hands full, it's not really practical because of its weight. Um, but that's a small downside, if you ask me. And you can't really plug this on a pump because this will be too heavy. Another con is that they are more expensive. A glass bottle will round you around $11 versus the plastic bottle, and if you buy it in a kit, you'll have like a couple of sizes, like a 4 ounce and an 8 ounce, maybe a kit of like 6 bottles, and it could round you around $90 at your local Walmart. So that's definitely a sad thing about glass bottles, because I'm sure a lot more people would be doing glass bottles if it wasn't for, of course, the price, and of course for the availableness. So glass bottles are not readily available like plastic bottles. They're harder to find and there are fewer options. From what I know, the couple of brands of glass bottles, and I actually do have a video where I review three glass bottles, three types of glass bottles, which I will link in the description below. I definitely encourage you guys to check that out if you are thinking of going the glass route. But some of the brands that I know carry the glass option is Avent, the Dr. Brown's, Life Factory, which I don't have available here, and another one that I found, which is like a President's Choice glass option. And maybe you can find even like some mason jar glass bottles. I've seen them around. I don't know where you can purchase them, which is definitely, which is exactly my point. They're not readily available. And the last con is that they are breakable. So if you drop this bad boy, you gonna get lots of glass pieces all over your floor. But just like a rule of thumb, when feeding, before feeding your baby and before warming the bottle, just inspect it to see that there are no cracks. But nowadays, like especially the Dr. Brown's and the Avent and the Life Factory brands, they the glass is not breakable even if it's breakable. All right, so that is all that I have to share with you guys in terms of the differences between glass and plastic baby bottles. So hopefully this is a good guide for you, especially if you are deciding which material you want to use in your baby bottle stash. So definitely consider some of the pros and cons that I listed in this video when deciding which baby bottle is best for your family, lifestyle, child, etc. So if you enjoyed this video and you found the content helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. My name is Kayla and this is a Simple Mommy Life channel. And of course, check out my other video of the comparisons of the three different kinds of baby bottles that I discussed that are glass, because I am a glass person. And yeah, until next time, peace out, guys.